Was talking with a friend recently, and she was talking about her experience with the first like major funeral that she attended, which was when she was like 11, and her grandmother died, and it made me think about my first funeral, which was also my grandma, but I was 8, and I realized that I think I was already not in control of the suppression of my emotions at 8. So, like in therapy, I've been aware that I intellectualize, that I have a really hard time connecting with my emotions and my body, and that even when I do manage to connect with them some or like allow myself to cry a little bit, I can't ever like sob or like really, really cry. I can just like get teared up for like a minute maybe. Um, and I guess I, for some reason, just kind of assumed that maybe I've been that way since I was like 12 or something, because that's like roughly when I started really noticing mental health struggles. But I can specifically recall being at my grandma's funeral and worrying that because like my siblings, my cousins, and other people sitting around me were all crying, and I wasn't able to cry. Like I felt extremely sad, but the tears just weren't there. That they would think I didn't care. And I remember like really criticizing myself and thinking like, what in the world is wrong with me that like I can't cry right now, that like I on the outside would look like I'm okay. And it wasn't that I hadn't cried in general. I had cried about her passing on my own, like alone and at night in bed. But I couldn't do it in front of anybody. Um, and I don't know, it's just kind of wild to me to like think about like I have a nephew that's 8 right now, and thinking that at least for some of us, like learning to really rapidly suppress the outward expression of our emotions happens that young. And in a way, it's a little intimidating to think that, like, I'm trying to stop doing that now after that many years of doing this. Like, in a way, it makes me feel a little better that it's a process and that it's taken longer than I would have hoped to make progress in that area. Because when I think about the fact that it was already that way at 8, it's like, yeah, it's not easy to just stop doing something that you've been doing for that long.